In today's video, we are going to explore best Joel Osteen's quotes about offense, forgiveness, and letting go. Let's get started. Don't go into the new year holding a grudge from last year. Leave the hurts and disappointments behind. Every day we have plenty of opportunities to get angry, stressed, or offended. But what you're doing when you indulge these negative emotions is giving something outside yourself power over your happiness. You can choose to not let little things upset you. Every 24 hours God has a fresh new supply of grace, of favor, of wisdom, of forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what that person did was right or that you even have to get back into a relationship with that person. Forgiveness simply releases the debt they owe you so that God can release the debt you owe Him. Ask the Lord to search your heart and show you if there is any unforgiveness blocking His blessing in your life. Ask Him to show you more about this gift of forgiveness so that you can walk in the freedom and victory He has for you today. It is a hard thing to let go of mistakes we've made and sins. God wants us to do that because He knows the guilt and the condemnation will keep us from becoming who He has created us to be. It's easy to go through life offended and carrying around baggage. One of the best things you can do is drop it. Let it go. It's vital that you accept yourself and learn to be happy with who God made you to be. If you want to truly enjoy your life, you must be at peace with yourself. Just because something didn't work out your way, or somebody disappointed you, that does not change who you are. Just because we're in a stressful situation doesn't mean that we have to get stressed out. You may be in the storm. The key is, don't let the storm get in you. Keep a good attitude and do the right thing even when it's hard. When you do that, you are passing the test. And God promises you your marked moments are on their way. Keep doing the right. God is building character in you, and you are passing that test. Remember, the greater the struggle, the greater the reward. Keep in mind, hurting people often hurt other people as a result of their own pain. If somebody is rude and inconsiderate, you can almost be certain that they have some unresolved issues inside. They have some major problems, anger, resentment, or some heartache they are trying to cope with or overcome. The last thing they need is for you to make matters worse by responding angrily. Keep in mind, just because you don't know the answer doesn't mean that one does not exist. You simply haven't discovered it yet. Learn to trust His timing. Don't get in a hurry, don't grow impatient, don't try to force doors open. Don't try to make things happen in your own strength. Let God do it His way. Let go of offense. Let go of fear. Let go of revenge. Don't live angry, let go now. Let go of yesterday. Let today be a new beginning and be the best that you can, and you'll get to where God wants you to be. Life happens to all of us. Don't use delays, interruptions, or unfair situations as an excuse to get upset. Release control. Love overlooks a person's faults. That's not always easy, but love believes the best in every person. Anybody can return evil for evil, but God wants His people to help heal wounded hearts. No matter how many times you get knocked down, keep getting back up. God sees your resolve. He sees your determination. And when you do everything you can do, that's when God will step in and do what you can't do. No matter who does you wrong, you don't have to stay defeated. Disappointments are inevitable, but misery is optional. No one can offend you without your permission. They can say whatever they want, but you have the right to ignore it. Nothing in life has happened to you. It's happened for you. Every disappointment, every wrong, even every closed door has helped make you into who you are. When we don't forgive, we're not hurting the other person. We're not hurting the company that did us wrong. We're not hurting God. We're only hurting ourselves. When you go through a disappointment, when you go through a loss, don't stop on that page. Keep moving forward. There's another chapter in front of you, but you have to be willing to walk into it. When you go through enough dark places, you don't complain about little things. You don't lose your joy because you got stuck in traffic. You don't get offended because a coworker was rude to you. You've been through too much to let that sour you. When you reach out to hurting people, that's when God is going to make sure your needs are supplied. When you focus on being a blessing, God makes sure that you are always blessed in abundance. You can live your life angry, bitter, mad at somebody, or even guilty, not letting go of your own mistakes, but you won't receive the good things God has in store. You may be at a crossroads in your life. You may have issues to deal with, people you need to forgive. You can go one of the two ways. You can ignore what you now know to be true and keep burying that bitterness in your life, pushing it deeper and allowing it to poison and contaminate you and those around you. Or you can make a much better choice by getting it out in the open and asking God to help you to totally forgive and let it all go. You must make a decision that you are going to move on. It won't happen automatically. You will have to rise up and say, I don't care how hard this is, I don't care how disappointed I am, I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm moving on with my life. Let go of yesterday. Let today be a new beginning and be the best that you can, and you'll get to where God wants you to be. Your job is to lift the fallen, restore the broken, and heal the hurting. Maybe you once were excited about that person God supernaturally brought into your life as a marriage partner, but now all the excitement has worn off. Don't allow that sense of a miracle to slip away. Don't get so familiar with each other that you take one another for granted. Maybe you've invested a lot of time, effort, money, emotion, and energy in a relationship. You did your best to make it work out. But for some reason, things got off course. And now you feel as though you have been robbed. When we focus on our disappointments, we stop God from bringing fresh new blessing into our lives. Quit beating yourself up. You are not a finished product. You are still a work in progress. Quit questioning God and start trusting Him. You must make a decision that you are going to move on. It won't happen automatically. You will have to rise up and say, I don't care how hard this is, I don't care how disappointed I am, I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm moving on with my life. If you live in the past, you'll get stuck where you are. What's in your past is not nearly as important as what is in your future. See, when you drive home today, you've got a big windshield on the front of your car. And you've got a little bitty rear view mirror. And the reason the windshield is so large and the rearview mirror is so small is because what's happened in your past is not near as important as what's in your future. Please let us know your favorite quotes from these best Joel Osteen's quotes about offense, forgiveness, and letting go in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.